Greetings and welcome back to the Galley of the Sun. Now, you need some information before I go into my story, and that is I film these episodes months in advance. So, I'm in the backyard, in the pool, working on my full body tan. Maybe that's TMI? I don't know. Anyway, and a thought struck me. You know, we love empanadas, and we love Cajun food. Oh yeah, do you see where I'm going? Today we're gonna make Cajun empanadas. Now, I'm making them for our Sunday family dinner, which will have 10 to 15 people over, so I'm making a bunch. So you can ratio out the recipe, and I'll tell you what, I haven't written it yet. I'm sort of, you know, flying blind, doing things by my heart, and then I'll write the recipe later. Now, if you do want to recreate this, that recipe will be available on our website. So down in the description section, there will be a link. Take you right there. All right, so let's get going. I have done a lot of prep work already. If you're talking Cajun, you're talking the Trinity. That is onions, peppers, and celery. I have those right here, already diced up. Our meats for this are gonna be andouille sausage, which I've already sliced up, these thin little pieces. And then a lesser known meat, unless you're really into Cajun food, but that's tasso ham. Made my own, and I do this every few months. Make it, dice it up, throw it in the freezer for when I'm cooking a Cajun dish that requires it. Just go out there, pull it out, and voila, I got it. So, Cajun ham. There's a link to the video where I make it right there. So check that out. If you love Cajun food, you need to know about that. It's relatively easy. It does take 7 days, 8 days. Yeah, it takes 8 days, but it is well worth it. All right, without further ado, let's get the innards to our empanadas going. For that, we need to go over to the stove. Our viewers in Louisiana know this, but for the rest of you, every great Cajun recipe starts with butter. So I'm gonna melt a half stick of butter in my biggest skillet, and that is my Lodge 13-inch skillet of the cast iron variety. There's a link for it down below. You need one. We're gonna get that a-melting on medium heat. I know I've talked a bit about the ingredients to this point. There is a secret ingredient that we're gonna add that is gonna push this over the edge into absolutely awesome. I am talking Halle Berry popping out of your birth cake kind of awesome. That kind of awesome.
Inconceivable!
Halle, if you're watching, my birthday is in April. You know, leave me a comment. My butter is melted. Now I'm gonna add the tasso ham. Here's my thinking. You know, when these meats hit that, they're gonna brown up a bit and they're gonna release their oils. So when we add the Trinity later, they're gonna suck those up. Oh, incredible flavor. That's my plan. I've got all those cubes of tasso ham evenly spread out through the pan. I think I'm gonna give them about 3 to 5 minutes to brown up on that side and then give them a stir. That's my plan. It has been 3 minutes. They browned up nice on the side that was facing the skillet. I gave them a stir. We'll give them another 3 minutes and we'll move on to the next step. So I'm making this up as I go along. In my head, the right answer is to remove all of the tasso from the pan now that I've crisped up a couple sides and left those oils behind, because I want surface area of that cast iron skillet ready for the andouille sausage. So using a slotted spoon to leave all those incredible juices behind, tasso out and andouille in. I'm gonna follow the same pattern here. I'm gonna let these brown on one side for about 3 minutes, stir them, go another 3 minutes, and then remove these. The andouille sausage has been cooking away here for about 6 minutes. Now we're gonna take all that out. Now we have ourselves an incredibly aromatic skillet full of butter and rendered pork fat that is just, amazing. Now, to that, we're gonna add the Trinity. We're gonna pour away from ourselves because there's water and vegetables and there's a lot of oil in here. That was anticlimactic, but I didn't get hurt for once. To the Trinity, we're going to add a good pinch of salt and pepper. And a good amount of Cajun seasoning. I'm going with Cattleman's Grill Cajun Fusion. Spiceology makes a very good Cajun seasoning. Then there's always Zatarain's out there too. So whichever one floats your boat, go with it. I'm going to saute these for about 10 minutes. Then I'm going to add some garlic and let that go for another minute or so. And then we'll join you for the next step after that. See you then. The Trinity's been sauteing away for about 10 minutes. Now it's time to add the garlic. I ain't shy with that stuff. We'll mix that in. And when it becomes crazy aromatic, we'll know we're ready for the next step. And we are there. It is time for the secret ingredient. So, before I started making this, I fired up my smoker to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. I added a smoker tube and 2 blocks of cream cheese. If you haven't had smoked cream cheese before, you are missing out, my friends. So that we're going to add to the Trinity and the garlic. We'll get that mixed in. Now we'll return all the meat and any of their drippings back to the pan. Mix all that together. Oh, if I could pipe the aromas that I'm smelling through the interweb, this would have a zillion views. A zillion!
Absolutely.
Now everything's mixed together. It is time to turn off the heat. We're gonna let that cool a little bit. And then when we see you next, it's time to start making the empanadas. We'll see you then. So we moved over to our working station now. Here's the plan. I'm gonna make 1 empanada for you so you see how they're made. Then I'm gonna utilize the grandkids to make the other 29 to 39 of them. I'm worried about child labor laws and stuff like that, so I'm not gonna do that on camera. Okay, so first of all, if you have watched several dozen empanada episodes on YouTube like I have, you know you can make your own empanada dough. And you also know that people from Argentina and Central America and all over the place say Goya. Use Goya empanada wrappers. Save yourself a lot of time. That's what we're going with. So, I'm going to take my empanada wrapper. We will lay this down. We will put a healthy amount of the empanada guts onto said wrapper. Not overfilling it. We don't want these to explode in the fryer. I would guess that's about 1/4 cup. Here I have a bowl of water. I am going to moisten the edges of the empanada wrapper. This promotes sealing. Now we're going to fold the empanada wrapper over. Making sure the stuffing stays in the middle where it should be. We'll press down on the edges to help make that seal. And then both for aesthetic purposes and sealing, we're going to take a fork and we're going to push it down all the way around on the edges to help seal this puppy up. And there you go, one beautifully sealed empanada. So, I'm going to set up an assembly line. We're going to get the other 29 to 39 done. And we will see you tomorrow when it's time to cook these things up and get some judgment and find out, is this crazy experiment worth it? I don't see how it can't be, but we'll find out. We'll see you then. It is empanada day and we are well on our way under production cooking these 40 empanadas. But we need to get some judgment. You need to know if this is worth a damn or not. So, all the way from Tupelo, Mississippi, I'm bringing in a Cajun expert, Evelyn. How's the weather down in Tupelo?
From Washington.
Tupelo, Washington. Okay, hey, we'll see how the empanada is.
Yeah.
That's a good first indication.
I feel like the crust, I don't like it as much as like the inside. I don't know if it's the like bread that they used or something for the. Oh my gosh, I can't think straight.
For the empanada wrapper?
Yeah. I personally just don't like the bread that they used, but like with it being like on the inside and stuff, like with that, I feel like it's a lot better. It has a lot of flavor that I personally like. Not too spicy at all. So if you want it more spicy, I would add something to it that would make it more spicy personally. But not spicy, tastes good. Again, just kind of the crust on it, not my favorite.
All right. Not a fan of the empanada crust, but I'll tell you, I've had Goya empanada crust before. If you like empanadas, you'll love this. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. Until we see you next time, fair winds and following seas.
Oh my gosh, it's sticking to my necklace. That's what's keeping it on. Get off.